The book of Hebrews tells the stories of men and women who trusted God and walked with Him faithfully, and how they experienced His faithfulness. They trusted God even when they had to wait a long time for His promises to happen, and even when things in their life were difficult. Today, we will hear about 4 of these faithful followers of God. First, we'll hear the story of Noah. Noah lived in a time when everyone else was turning away from God and doing wrong things. People were hurting each other. God was so upset that He decided to send a flood and destroy everything. But one person followed God faithfully: Noah. God had a plan to save Noah and his family. God told Noah to build a big boat called an ark and bring his family onto the boat, along with 2 of every kind of animal. Noah obeyed and did just what God had told him. Even though there was no rain, Noah built the ark. When it was finished, Noah and his family and the animals got on the ark, and God sent a flood. Noah was saved. After the flood, God made a covenant, or a promise, to never flood the entire earth. God was faithful to Noah. A while later, after more and more people had filled the earth again, God showed His faithfulness to a man named Abraham and his wife, Sarah. Abraham and Sarah didn't have any children, and they were too old to have children. But God made a promise to Abraham that he would have a son. Not only that, but God promised their family would be as many as the stars in the sky. And God promised to bless the whole world through the family of Abraham and Sarah. Abraham would be the father of many nations, and Sarah the mother of kings. God showed His faithfulness because, even though it didn't happen right away, Abraham and Sarah did have a son, and their family did become a great nation. God kept His promise. The family of Abraham grew and grew, and they became God's people, the Israelites, who many years later ended up in slavery in Egypt. The next person we'll hear about is Moses. The Israelites cried out to God to rescue them from slavery, and God sent Moses to lead them out of Egypt. Moses led the Israelites out of Egypt and through the wilderness. The Egyptian army chased the Israelites, and they were stuck at the Red Sea with no way around or across. God did an amazing miracle through Moses to rescue His people. He told Moses to hold out his staff, and when Moses did, the waters in the sea parted and the Israelites walked through on dry land. Then God closed the waters back up before the Egyptian army could catch the Israelites. God was faithful to Moses and worked through Moses to save His people. God showed His faithfulness to Noah, Abraham, Sarah, and Moses. Even when they couldn't see what God was doing, they still had big faith in God. We can have big faith too, because God always keeps His promises.